Hi guys, it's Natalia. Today I'm going to do a getting to know me video. I have 54 questions here, which I'm going to answer as quickly as possible. So bear with me. All right, let's get into it. Number one, what is your full name and does it have a special meaning? My full name is Natalia Elisa Bermudez Smith, and I've gone through 3 name changes and I'm probably going to go through a 4th one. Number two, what's your hometown? And what's one quirky fact about it? I am born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. I lived there for 17 years of my life until I went to college. And one quirky fact about it, I would say this is not a Jacksonville thing. This is definitely a Florida thing. Anytime I see an article where something like crazy happens, I'm, oh my gosh, that sounds like a Florida thing. And when I go to check out the article, it is a Florida thing. Number three, what's a childhood memory that shaped who you are? Definitely, I would say my parents' divorce. It really did leave an indelible mark on me, and I've learned a lot from it. Number four, do you have any nicknames or an embarrassing childhood story? My family calls me Chi Chi after the Monchichi doll because when I was born, I came out with a head full of hair, and my hair was so long that it was down here, and my mom had to swoop my hair. Number five, what movie could you watch endlessly and why? So there's a movie that was very impactful on me that I really love that I think about a lot. It's called Vesper, and I saw it on Hulu, and it's about a 13-year-old girl who has to use her wits, her intelligence, her biohacking abilities to basically survive, and it is such a great movie. Really love it. Number six, what book or song changed your perspective on life? I would definitely say Green Light by Broadway because that song just holds so many memories for me, so many great memories. Number seven, if you could only eat one cuisine forever, what would it be? The shrimp Alfredo from Olive Garden, hardcore Olive Garden person. Love it. That's the one thing that I always get. I don't stray from that. Number eight, what is your guilty pleasure TV show or comfort food? Guilty pleasure TV show would definitely be Criminal Minds. I am in the middle of watching it over from the start, and I'm on either, I think, the end of season 5, beginning of season 6. And my comfort food would be my beef bowl from Soul Spice. 9, how would your best friend describe you in 3 words? I would say quirky, witty, and maybe crazy. 10, are you a planner or a spontaneous person? I am a little bit of both, but no, I would say a little bit of both. I am more so of a planner because I love to be a woman with a plan, but I have my moments where I wake up on the weird side of the bed and I'm just very spontaneous with everything that I do that day. 11, what's a belief that you held as a child that now makes you laugh? When I was a child, I thought that when you get to a certain age and you become an adult, that the older version of you replaces the younger version of you. I don't know why I thought this, but growing up, I used to be scared of getting older because this older version is going to replace me and I'm no longer going to be who I am. I don't know why I thought that. Number 12, morning person or night owl? I would say I'm a night owl, but I'm a morning person, not by choice. Because no matter what I do, my body always wakes up around 7:30, the latest 8:30 if I've had a long night. And coffee or tea, I'm definitely a tea person. Here's my teacup. You will never see me without a cup of tea. I love tea. It's my absolute, I have to have it every morning and throughout the day. I'm a tea person. What's the next destination on your bucket list? Cancun, because my mom's been to Cancun, my sister's been to Cancun, my grandma's been to, I think, Cancun and some other parts of Mexico. So I'm the only one that hasn't been to Cancun, so I'm definitely going to Cancun because I'm jealous. 14, share a hilarious or disastrous travel story. When I was 6 or 7, my sister was about either 5 or 6, and we had traveled to California to go to my dad's alma mater, haha. He graduated from USC. We grew up with the whole USC gear and memorabilia. We went to a game, and I think this might have been after the game. We had gotten in the elevator for the hotel, and my sister was really tired, and she was hugging a person's leg, and she thought it was my dad. And she was just like, "Daddy, pick me up. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to sleep." And it happened to be Mark Sanchez, and he was on the football team for USC at the time. All right, number 15, beach vacation or mountain trek. Definitely a beach vacation because I got island blood in these veins and I love to be warm. Number 16, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be? Interesting. I feel like my go-between would probably be Albert Einstein or Steve Jobs. Maybe Steve Jobs, because I just want to pick his head. I'd love to, but I don't know if he counts as historical. 17, what's a useless skill you're probably weird of? Useless skill. Oh, I got this. I pick things up with my toes. I love doing it. I'm great at it. I love doing it. 18, if you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go? My bed. 100% my bed. 19, what's the best advice you've ever received? Rome was not built in one day. I'm someone who is very quick with my thoughts. I want things in the moment and I just want it to be fast, 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 but it doesn't necessarily happen fast, and I have to remind myself to be patient and that things do take time. And it's just something that my grandma says to me all the time because I'm always on the go. I'm always want things to be built fast, but great things take time. Great, beautiful things take time. Okay, 20. How do you handle negativity or criticism? This is something that I feel like I've gotten better at as I've gotten older. I used to take criticism and I used to inwardly think about these things, pick myself apart, and just, yeah, it's not something that I do now. I would say I take negativity and see if I could turn it into a positive and what I could do better. 21, dogs or cats? This is a hard one for me. My sister has a dog and we think of the dog as the family dog. But I feel like my personality, I'm very cat-like, and I personally want to have a cat. We'll see, because I go in between cat or dogs, because I also wanted a dog for a long time. 22, summer or winter? Definitely a summer person. As I said, island blood run through these veins. St. Croix represent. 23, sweet or savory? Definitely sweet. I have a bad sweet tooth. What's a time you tried to be cool and failed spectacularly? When I was in 9th grade, it was raining one day, and by the science building, there's a slope, and it was wet, and the dress code, you could wear sandals and stuff like that, and I was wearing sandals, and I went to go walk on the slope, and I slipped, and I went down, and I took my friend with me, and if I remember correctly, my crush might have been there, so embarrassing. 25. What is the most embarrassing autocorrector text sent to the wrong person? When I was in 8th grade, there was this meme generator that I had because I really love memes, and I put a picture in and it comes up with a caption for the picture. And I realized I sent it to the wrong person because I was sending her memes and she was laughing about it. And so like the last one, it said something about like crabs or something. And she was just like, I don't like this. And I was just like, that is not something that my cousin would say to me. Because at the time I meant to send it to my cousin and I looked and I was like, oh my God, I sent it to the wrong person. So I had to explain to her. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought this was going to my cousin. I sent this to the wrong person. I apologize. But we were cool about it afterwards. Number 26. What's the worst haircut / fashion phase you've ever had? I think it might have been, I don't even want to place this, but somewhere in high school, I had a blonde sew-in. I don't know what I was thinking. It was a short bob. It was cute. I got it for homecoming, and I don't know what I was thinking. It was cute in the moment, but it should have come out right after. 27, what's the weirdest thing you've ever cried over? When I was graduating from college, my friends flew in. It was during COVID, and we all went from my apartment in Virginia Beach all the way to DC, so it was a 4 or 5 hour drive. And we had gotten Wendy's on the way, and I wanted french fries, and one of my friends had eaten my french fries, so I wouldn't let it go for the whole car ride, and I was super pissed with him that he had eaten my fries, and we were just beefing the whole time, and I cried over it. 28, what's a lie you told as a kid that people still believe? I wouldn't say necessarily this is a lie. When I was in 4th grade, I took my parents' checkbook and I wrote a $10,000 check to Webkins. I felt guilty about it in the moment that I didn't sign it because I knew if I signed it, it actually would have gone through because they taught us how to write checks in 4th grade. So yes, I did learn and apply, but my parents found out about it. My mom, she was super mad. I got slapped in the face for that, which I rightfully deserved. And my dad was just like, I think low-key he was proud in the moment that I knew how to write a check, but yeah, story time for another time. 29. What's something you wish you could tell your teenage self? I would say start sooner. I feel like the reason why I'm starting my YouTube channel now as opposed to earlier is the fact that I let my anxiety and everything else hold me back instead of pushing forward and dealing with it anyways. I should have just done it sooner. Because this is something that I wanted to do for a long time, and so I should have just pushed myself to do it sooner. So I would say start sooner and don't let anxiety or anything else get in the way of your dreams and what you want to do. 30. What's a skill you're terrible at but wish you could master? Singing. I love music that makes me jump, makes my brainwaves go cray cray. Definitely singing. 31. If you could erase one memory to experience it again for the first time, what would it be? Meeting my college roommates for the first time, because for me that was a very magical time in my life. It was very full of experiences and just being on your own for the first time, exploring. And this was my family away from my family, because we really became like a unit. And the 2 years of our college experience, we roomed together. It was my family away from home, so I would do that over again. 32. What's a song you play to summon your cold? Maybe Bad Blood by Taylor Swift, especially if I'm going to war. Yeah. 33. What's the most overrated trend you refuse to try? I personally don't know about that one because I'm not really into trends like that. 34. If you were a villain, what would your ridiculous weakness be? Children, because they're so young, they're so cute, they're so innocent, and just so lively. And if you can go up against that and still be evil, I just don't know what to say to that. 35. What's a discontinued snack you'd resurrect? Yogos. Literally bring back the Yogos. Those things were my jam. I loved those things as a child. Bring them back. 36. If you had to replace your hands with household objects, what would you choose? Knives. I don't care. Definitely be knives. I could chop stuff up. I just got handheld weapons right there. If I need to be careful, like they have little knife sheaths or whatever, I'll put them on my fingers, but definitely a knife. 37. If your life was a sitcom, what would the theme song be? I have to think about that one. I'll get back to you on that one. I have no idea. No lie. 38. If you could make one rule everyone had to follow for a day, what would it be? It would be to leave me alone. Literally, leave me alone. Leave me alone for a day. 39. If you could talk to animals but only one species, which would you pick? The pigeons, because I am convinced ever since I saw John Wick, pigeons are the messenger birds or whatever. Like, even not pigeons, just birds in general, because they're everywhere. They can go anywhere they want, and I know they can pick up bits and pieces of information. If they could talk, I'd be like, oh, cool with you too. 40. If you had to live in a video game, which one would suck the least? I would go tame on this one, Animal Crossing or something like Disney Dreamlight Valley, because I'm very much a cozy game person. I've always loved those kinds of games like Sims and stuff. I'm a simmer. 41. Would you rather speak in rhymes forever or shout everything you say? Definitely speak in rhyme, because I got the time, because you know I'm gonna rhyme. Okay, no more. 42. What's worse, socks with sandals or ketchup on scrambled eggs? Definitely ketchup on scrambled eggs. Like, ugh. Ugh, not me. 43. Describe your personality as a potato, mashed, fried, or raw. Definitely raw, because with me, what you see is what you get. I am very out there, especially as I get more and more comfortable on camera. You guys are gonna see, it can be a little unhinged, a little. I'm just all over the place. I'm always doing a lot. 44. Rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. How much does pineapple belong on pizza? An 8. When I was little, my parents used to take us to Chuck E. Cheese, and when we get cheese pizza, it would always have pineapple on it. So as a kid, I loved pineapple pizza. Okay, worst first date story. When I was in college, there's this guy that I met, a friend of a friend. He was interested in me. He told our friends, and then our friends helped set us up on a date. And then when we went on a date, hopefully I said this was when I was in college. So I was in DC. My uncle works for a government organization. I won't say which one. I didn't tell anyone that I was going on this date, and maybe about 30 minutes into the date, my phone was blowing up and all my family was asking me where I was, what I was doing, and my uncle had seen me through a camera, and he told my family that I was with this guy in Georgetown. And it became a whole big thing. And I was just like, I can never keep anything to myself. I can't just do anything and be independent because literally everybody's gonna always find out about what I'm doing. And I was just like, ugh. But yeah, so that date didn't end well, especially because it wasn't my uncle's fault, but I made the mistake of asking a little further into the date about his last girlfriend. Never ask about the ex, or maybe do, I don't know. And excuse me, I just burped. Sorry. It was a red flag moment for me because of the way he talked about her. And I was just like, yeah, we cannot do this. I didn't tell him that in the moment. I waited till I got out of the car and we were making plans to go to the movie and I just completely ghosted him. But yeah, it didn't work out. 46, what's your friendship red flag? Going to a restaurant with a person and seeing how they act with the wait staff is a major red flag for me, especially if you're treating them poorly and rudely, because I do not like that. I believe in treating all humans equally, and we all have jobs and stuff that we're doing, and we all have situations that we are trying to work through, so let's just be as kind as we can to others. So that's definitely one for me. 47, girls night versus solo night. What's your ideal version of each? I'm a girls girl. I love girls night. So that basically is us going out doing something fun, having the time of our lives, and when we're done coming back and dishing about it, and we end on a sleepover night. We watch something, we drink something, we have a little fun, and we go to sleep. Solo night, definitely in bed by 10 p.m. My nighttime routine is done and I'm just chilling, watching Criminal Minds or maybe a horror movie because I'm a horror movie fanatic. I love horror movies. 48, are you the therapist, the chaos agent, or the mom friend? I say I juggle a little bit of everything. The mom friend because I love taking care of my friends. The therapist by nature because I'm always dissecting everything. I always analyze everything. And I can be a little chaotic. 49, what's the quickest way to bond with you? I know if I'm going to click with someone, the first conversation we have, I feel it. It's just something that I know that we're going to get along. It's just, I don't know if it's like a spiritual thing or something. It just speaks to me. And I'm like, okay, this person, we have it. We're going to click. We're going to be great friends. Or this person, we don't have it. It's not happening. This is not going to go further than this conversation. And I'm fine with us being acquaintances. 50, best night out you've ever had. Where were you and what made it iconic? A couple years ago, when I was living in Iowa for a year, me and my friends, we were partying really hard one night. And if anyone has ever lived in Iowa, you know that those back roads can get really dark and there's no light. My sister has a Jeep, so it was great for the back roads. We would take those on roadies all the time. And let's just say it was a wild night, to say the least. And I don't think I can share this story unless I have permission to share the story. But it got really crazy. But it was definitely a very iconic night for many reasons. And also, Green Light was actually playing that night too. So I will always say Green Light by Rod Wave is my favorite song for many reasons. 51, worst club/bar experience. One time I was really drunk in college and my friend and I had gone out and I was walking down some stairs and I almost fell, but thank God in DC, the club, the stairs are narrow. I was going down, this guy was coming up and I don't know what it was with my heel. I think my heel had caught or I had stumbled and the guy went like this and he was able to catch around the waist, keep me from falling and going down the stairs. After that, I was like, yeah, it's time to go home. No more none of that because I almost killed myself that night. 52. Dance floor move you're known for. Maybe the awkward sway. I've got a little bit of rhythm or not. Honestly, I don't care. If I'm getting into the music, I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do because I'm gonna have fun either way, regardless. 53, walk of shame or rage text. Which is your personal brand of regret? Definitely rage texting. When I'm mad, I can be bad. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm trying to get better with it, but definitely rage texting is something that has led to some of my friendships ending because I do like when I get mad, all of it just comes out. I am not the nicest person about it, and I definitely take no prisoners. The last question, number 54. What's your philosophy on happiness in one sentence? Do what makes you happy. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and thank you.